Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for pushing play, and I thank you all for spending a little bit of time with me today. I figured I'd hop on here. It's Sunday, January 26th, and y'all believe it is already the last week of January in 2025. I mean, we almost got 1 month under our belt already. I'm like, wow. So anyway, I thought I would come on here because Sunday is well, I really supposed to do prep day on Saturdays, and really rest on Sunday because I do have to babysit on Sundays. But we went to my granddaughter's volleyball. I think she's in a league. So they had a volleyball tournament here in my city, downtown at the convention center. So we were able to go, and we were able to stay for the first 2 sets, but we weren't able to stay for the third set. But they did win. My daughter did text me, tell me my daughter-in-law told me they won. I can't even speak. And so I was happy about that. So they had to be up again at 9 o'clock this morning because the tournament continued today. So I got to text her to see how they do this morning. But, you know, we just want to be supportive to all of our grandkids, you know. So like you saw in probably some of my vlogs, we were going down to my grandson's college to show support for his football team because, you know, he plays football. And so, yeah, so we want to support her as well. So yeah, but I had to come back home. I couldn't stay for the full set because I had to get a video finished and uploaded for a brand deal to approve. That sounds so funny to say. A brand deal. Wow. So anyway, but yeah, so I had to get that done. And so I had to come back. And so I've been working on my daughters. We're trying to get my vlogs from my recent vacation where we went on a Royal Caribbean cruise. We got one up. Now we're trying to get the second one. There was some issues. So I had to wait for her to get home to help me figure out what was wrong. And so we did that. And that's the thing about getting stuff uploaded. Yeah. So I'm trying to make it my business because I do know eventually her and my grandbabies are going to move out. And so I don't want to be dependent on her because she won't be living here. So my goal for 2025 is to not only be more consistent on my uploads on YouTube, because I do want to. I've got the subscribers, but I've got to get the watch hours. So, and I know in order for that to happen, I've got to be consistent with uploading. So not only do I want to start in 2025 bringing you my vlogs, my wig reviews, my makeup, my dramatic makeover looks, tutorials when I do reels, when I go from glamour to grandma and all that. It's just being more consistent and everything. So I thought maybe I would just come on here once or twice a week and just talk to, you know, my people. Let you know what's going on, what I'm doing to try to better myself in 2025 and moving forward. And one of the things we talked about, I don't know, in one of my vlogs was about prepping for the week. Meal prepping, getting my clothes ready for the week and all of that. And so I'm proud to say I did it a little bit this month, but today I'm so proud. I got up this morning, I came up to my glam room, cleaned it up from last night from when I finished off the wig review and everything, cleaned up. I got all my outfits out for work this week. Yes, I've got one pair of pants I do need to steam because I don't want to have to do no ironing or anything on the mornings of work. So I got everything out. So I just got to go through there, steam my pants, and I do have a steamer up here, so I'm going to get that done so I don't have to do that. And another thing, I had my husband to bring my walking pad up here because if you saw, I got a treadmill and it's downstairs, but I really can't use it because by me being on Nana duty, my grandbabies are normally in our sitting area where I normally would work out because my grandson has taken over my gym until they move out. And so I was like, okay, we want to take this walking pad up here. Well, it's been up here since December. And it's just been leaning up against my boot. Let me show y'all. It's just been leaning up against my boots. Okay. I haven't done anything, but I'm proud to say, that not only did I prep my work clothes, I got my workout stuff out. It's up here. So when I get up in the morning, the only thing I'm going to have to do is get up, wash my face, brush my teeth, come up here, put them on, And I'm going to set this up even before I go to bed. I'm going to set it up because I don't want no, I don't want no stalls. Everything's going to be time, time, time. So every night I'm going to come, I'm going to take it down before I go to bed or before I leave out of here. So all I have to do is come in here, put on my workout stuff and get on it and start. Okay. Because at first I was like, oh, January's a bust. It's a bust. So no, it's not. I'm gonna start Monday. I'm not waiting to February 1st, and then February 1st is gonna turn into March 1st. Start where you are. If one of your things was I'm gonna start working out, I'm gonna start whatever it is. Don't wait till February. And you didn't start it January 1st. Start it today. Start it tomorrow. Don't wait till February 1st. Why? Just go ahead and start. It's a fresh week. Let's get it started. So I'm also going to meal prep for work so I can have my meals already ready for the week. I'm going to get that done today. I feel so good. I woke up feeling so, I don't know. I just felt good. And I guess because I had a conversation, let me push y'all back just a little bit. I had a conversation with my son at the volleyball tournament about, we got to talking about politics and everything. And I'm not to go all off into it and all that, but we kind of got into that conversation about who's in the White House and their agenda and, our thoughts on everything. And one thing about me is that I'm never going to go ham or be arguing with a person about why they chose to vote for who they voted for. I'm not doing that. Because one thing I know is that most of the time, most mature people vote for a candidate based off of what they need. And so I'm not going to go back and forth with somebody about why they chose to vote one way or the other. I'm not, because I don't know what you need in your life, in your family. Okay. I know why I voted. What motivated me or what encourages me or why I chose what I chose. Because I'm a woman. That was an issue. I'm also an African American. That wasn't an issue. I'm also a federal worker. That is an issue. So I have to look at things that impact my life or impact my family. And I want to vote for the person that I feel will make decisions that work in my favor, or make decisions or make laws or make changes to laws that will benefit me and my family and what I need. So we got to talking about that. And of course, and I like to be civil. We can agree to disagree about anything. But yeah, so we had a whole conversation about that. But I brought that up to say this. And I want to be clear. I don't care if you're Democrat, Republican, liberal, conservative, don't care one way or the other, and never cast a vote or never have. You are welcome to my channel. You are welcome to leave comments, your thoughts, bad or good. I don't delete comments. I don't. People in the comments can respond to other comments. I don't get all off into that because at the end of the day, there is a slim chance to none that I'll never even meet you. Because people say things all the time, and I call it, my brother termed it keyboard courage. But I believe and that's the one thing about it. If you live in this country where it's supposed to be freedom of speech, you have all these rights and stuff like that, then I believe people have the right to agree with me, disagree with me, say whatever they want. And sometimes they're not respectful, and that's okay. I don't get caught up in that because you don't know me personally. So even if you don't like me, it's okay. I mean, I thank you for watching. I thank you for giving me a view. But I don't do all that. So let's try not to do that in the comments, but there's that. But if you choose to say anything negative and people choose to clap back or whatever the case may be, as somebody, I always tell my kids, always be prepared for the consequences. Live with the consequences of whatever decision you choose to make. And whatever comment you choose to make, be prepared for other people to comment on your comment. That makes sense. So I say all that to say I was really leaning towards, I just wanted y'all to know you're welcome. you're here. If you enjoy my content, like I said, this is going to probably be the one and only time that I really talk about politics, and I'm really not talking about it. It's just leading me to where I wanted to go. And basically, that is, I know a lot of people are upset, weary, concerned. Um, I don't know what other adjectives to use, um, but I want to say this: as one human being to another. It's hard to say, but I want to say it. Not hard to say, but I know it. Sometimes people are like, yeah, I hear you, but it's, yeah. Be encouraged. As someone who grew up in church, as someone who was also a preacher's daughter, I just want you to be encouraged. Um, because I can't omit that because that's who I am. It's a part of who I am. So whether you believe in God, don't believe in God, you worship something else, I don't know. I'm not here to get into religions about about that. I'm not really here for that. I want y'all to know that. I'm just saying that based off of how my upbringing, how I believe, okay? Um I just want you to be encouraged. Um and I want you to realize that you can only control what you can control, okay? Whether you voted, didn't vote, whatever the case may be, whether your candidate won or didn't win, we still can only control what we can control. I exercised my right to vote. I voted. The American people voice was heard, and we have our president. Okay? This is where we are. So what I'm saying is, for me, I am going to do what I need to do to try my best to ensure that my family is okay. And that means educating myself on things, paying attention to what's going on in the world because I had really, like I said, checked out. But I'm checking back in because I need to be aware of what is going on in the country and I need to move accordingly. I know recently they talked about the DEI, the diversity, equity, and inclusion. And a lot of people, I've been reading comments and watching YouTube, and everybody wants to boycott Walmart, boycott Target, boycott Sam's, etc., etc., etc. And what made me think about it was the fact that there are a lot of people who look like me who have merchandise on the shelves of a lot of these companies that we are talking about boycotting. And the problem is not necessarily that, okay, you don't go spend your dollar there. I get it. But it's also going to affect people of color who fought hard to get into retail stores. So I said, well, there got to be another way, And don't get me wrong, I love Target. I do. I love Walmart. I mean, y'all see, I've done some try on hauls and stuff. But I was like, it's gotta be another way because boycotting also means now that they roll back their DEI program or whatever you want to call it, if we don't buy those products, what does that mean for them? Because it's all about numbers, it's all about money. So if their products aren't selling, then doesn't that mean that they're going to take them off the shelves? So I said, can we not be strategic and say, okay, I can go in this store and I can still choose what I buy, right? I can choose what I buy at these stores. Um, that's one way. It is hard, I know. And a lot of our people that we do support, some of them have online shopping, some of them don't. But we have to just be mindful. I don't want to get all off into that. I really don't. But I just want us to be mindful of that, give it some thought of what you can do to um, make sure that your voice is heard by being mindful where you spend your money, but also still being supportive of some of our Black owned brands and businesses. Okay. Um, because that's who I'm representing. I'm not taking anything away from other entrepreneurs who are other ethnicities or nothing like that, but I'm mainly speaking about the people that look like me. Okay, so, but anyway, I just wanted to give a little thought to that, but also that I wanted to talk about also maybe like I started my get ready with me and wearing everything in my closet to cut down on spending, because why am I steady buying things and I'm not even wearing a lot of the stuff that I'm buying, which y'all know I started all of that, last year. So I'm trying to hold true to that. That's going to also help me with my coins, because unnecessary spending, I can put that money that I don't need to be buying any more clothes, clearly, to something else, which brings me to, okay, I talked also about that in another vlog about getting into the stock market, which I had already done that thanks to my Aunt Cora. If you're watching, hey. And my husband and I had opened up an E-Trade account, but I never really got into the stock market. I never really got into learning it. We got a brokerage account. I started buying stock and I started following different people on different platforms, trying to see, okay, what's the best option? What do you buy? And so, trying to just see, okay, they said, buy things that you use, Apple products, you shop on Amazon, you go to Starbucks, utility companies, whatever. Buy stock in companies that you utilize, which is what I was doing, but I really wasn't getting off into it, trying to understand the difference between growth stocks, dividend stocks, what are options, what is puts, what is day trade. I just didn't get into it. And so I said, for the new year, 2025, I signed up for a master class so I can learn. Because I don't want to just be buying stock, because that is something I just have it, you can set it and forget it. You're constantly buying stock. Okay, but I want to do more. And so I decided I wanted to get into, doing learning how to about options and puts and stuff like that. And then my son also got me into buying cryptocurrency. So I've also been dabbling a little bit into that, but I want to educate myself on all of this. I don't want to just be, okay, my son says you need to go buy this, and I buy that. Somebody on a platform says you need to buy this stock, you buy that stock. Okay, I want to learn, why am I buying a certain stock? Okay, is it a growth stock? Does this company pay dividends? I want to learn about buying options so I can get into making money daily, weekly, monthly, however it may be. So I'm really going to invest some of my time and energy into that as well. That is my goal in 2025, is to be more active. As you can see, I'm working. We had a little issue with my laptop. So I'm trying to get my vacation blogs up. It's like 3 of them, and I want them up all at the same time. I don't know if I mentioned it, so that when you finish watching one, you can watch the next one and you're not waiting. So trying to get that all done and get that up. So another thing, not being so dependent on my daughter to help me with learning Final Cut Pro, because I normally was always using CapCut. And I got Final Cut Pro, and I got it probably 2 years ago or whatever, and she's been doing the editing and all that. But of course, the thing of it is, I don't want to be just dependent on her, because she is going to move out and she's not going to be readily available to come over here, come from her room and come in here and fix something or show me how to fix something. So that being said, is me figuring out, with that being said, that's me learning things, learning how to do my own editing, me learning about stocks, me being more active on my social media platforms, because the goal, of course, is to become monetized. I have the subscribers, but I'm not yet monetized. And if you don't know, it's by calendar, I believe it's by calendar year. So a lot of my watch hours dropped off because I didn't get my full 4,000 watch hours, or the 3,000. I was close to the 3,000, but I didn't hit it. So I ended up losing some of my watch hours. So I think had I known that early on, I would have tried my best to be more consistent, because I still have a job. I'm not a full-time content creator, so I still have a job. But I don't want my work that I do on my platforms to go in vain and I'm not benefiting anything. Even though I enjoy doing it, it's still my time. It still takes out time in my life to do. And I would like to also benefit. I mean, people say, I just get on here because it's fun. I ain't in it for the money. Okay. But for me, this is just another avenue where I can make residual income. I don't know, I would love to get some of those 10, 20, 30, 40, 50,000. I know people making 100 some $1,000 a month, from what they say and from what they show on YouTube. And I'm like, wouldn't it be nice to just even get a portion of that? If I could just get what I make in salary, um, bi-weekly would be lovely to receive that a month. Would be wonderful. So, but I know to get there, I've got to do my part. You guys do your part by watching, but I got to give you something to watch. I have to give you the content. So in 2025, I'm making a lot of changes in my life, that not only help me financially, but it just mentally. And I think being organized, being consistent in my everyday routine, my weekly routine is something that I think is important. And I think that's something that you have to think about. What is in chaos in your life? What is chaotic? Is it your house? Is it in chaos? Is it your finances? Is that in chaos? Is it your relationships, whether it's with a significant other, a partner, whether it's with your family members? I mean, whatever it is that's causing chaos in your life, you're either going to have to find a way to fix it or eliminate it. Because I'm a strong advocate for, just because they're family does not mean they have to be a part of your life. You can love them from afar. I'm just saying, okay? Finances. You can change. Some of us, I know some of us are struggling because we don't have the monetary means to really do certain things. But it may mean getting a part-time job. It may mean, what other skill sets do you have that will help you bring in residual income? Sometimes you don't have to go hit a clock somewhere else. Sometimes you have a degree or a skill set that you could bring to YouTube that would really help. I mean, that's basically what YouTube is. I show people, I'm not a makeup artist, but I show people the different tricks that I use to achieve a certain look. And people like it. Okay? I'm not a makeup artist. Some of the things I do may not be right. They may not be what the beauty industry says is a correct brush to use or the correct way to do something, but it works. You know what I'm saying? What I do works, and people are always amazed at the transformation. So I love sharing that. I love sharing, different wigs, different things. You don't always have to buy $100, $200, $300 wig. I have some? Yes. But I also have some inexpensive wigs off of Amazon. Getting ready with me, telling people that, hey, I don't always have to have the latest trend or the latest outfit. Not saying anything is wrong with designer. Do I have name brand things? Of course I do. But everything in my closet does not have to be designer. Every time somebody comes out, says something about this, and this, I don't have to have it. You don't have to have it. And I think, for me, I'm just a basic girl. I mean, I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna show you. Sometimes I may have on something that I bought. It cost $20. I may put on something that where maybe part of it was 100 and something. The other part may cost $5. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But realistically, I want to bring to you guys what I try to bring is just me being real. Okay. Do I shop? Yes. Can I stop shopping? I'm not probably. I'm a woman, probably not. But I can trim down on the things that I buy. Do I need more clothes? I absolutely do not. I absolutely do not. Do I need another stitch of clothing? No. I think I'm on like day 45 or 46. I haven't even put a dent in the clothes that I have. And that's not even bragging. That's me saying that I have bought unnecessarily. That's what that means to me. You know what I'm saying? If you have to have, I feel like for me, if you have to have storage for your spring and summer clothes because your winter clothes take over your house. But then again, I I thought I thought about that, but then I said, but I don't know their lifestyle because you could be a celebrity, and we all know they change clothes a lot. It's all about images and looks. Or if you are a full-time content creator and your niche is clothes try on hauls and shopping and brands and all that, that's different. That's not my niche. That's not what and I don't even know if I really have a niche. If we just keeping it real, I'm just kind of keeping it real. I don't think I have a niche. It all started me just doing makeup transitions, and then it kind of just went into other things, and I started getting into, I really want to do wig reviews because that's part of the transition as well. And then people was like, "Oh, I like that. What's that top? Where you get that from?" Which kind of led me into showing you what I got and stuff like that, which led me to just other thing. One thing seems to lead to something else. So I don't have a dedicated niche. I just know how my niche started, but it also has led me to some harsh realities about myself that you're sitting up, you're scrolling, and you're like, oh, I like that because I'm following certain influencers that I love. And I'm like, click, I'm buying, click, I'm buying. And then just doing this, get ready with me and wearing everything in my closet has made me realize that I'm just shopping just because I guess I felt like I could. Just shopping just because I want. It's not a need. And I think for me in 2025, moving forward, it's going to have to be a need. Do you need that dress? Do you need those shoes? Do you need that blouse? I think that's where I am for me. And I'm saying all that to say that, like I said, you're going to have to learn to control the things that you can control because there are a lot of things that you're not going to be able to control. We're just not going to be able to control. So I can control how much money I spend and where I spend my money and what I spend my money on for sure. And I think for me, I'm looking at like my reality now or how I'm going to be talking to myself is instead of buying that $100 pair of jeans or $100 dress, skirt, whatever it is, why don't you go buy some stock? Why don't you go and do some options? I'm think that's kind of where my mindset is going to be this year. I really think because, like I said, I signed up for a master class so I can really learn um, what I need to learn so I can be efficient. There will be ups, there will be downs, there will be gains, there will be losses. I already know that from just watching some people that I follow. And I'm going to link them down below, some of the people that I'm following and everything. And, so if you're interested in doing something like that, that you can make sure you get the knowledge that you need and stuff. Um, so that's the financial part, me doing what I need to do to trim my spending and to increase my cash flow. Okay, increase what I bring into the house. So meaning getting monetized on YouTube to try to bring in that revenue. And what does it take to do that? Being more consistent on my channel. Responding to emails. I need putting my media kit together and my rate uh, chart or rate card together. So when brand deals reach out to me, I'm not saying, oh, I don't know what to charge. I don't know. So I've been doing my research on that so I can get that together so I can respond to some emails that people have sent me this month so that I can utilize that because that's another stream of income. No, I may not be monetized on YouTube, but brand deals are still reaching out to me. And out of fear of not charging correctly or overcharging, I haven't been responding. I flag the email and then I don't respond. That's a me thing. That's just being lazy and not doing what I needed to do. So that is something that I want to change in 2025 as well. Being more consistent on my platforms, doing the work, getting stuff in order so that I can start receiving some of those blessings that are trying to be given to me. And I have not been doing my part. And I have no excuse for that at all. No excuse. Y'all, hold on. My lips is so dry. So I'm going to put some lip gloss on because they're just so dry. And I hate keep licking my lips, you know. health wise. So I had talked about, I think I did a trial haul, and I had talked about this outfit, this top I had got, and I really liked it, but it was tight. And I was like, I'm going to get in it for my birthday. I'm going to get in for my birthday. Well, guess what? I didn't do the work. So, yeah. No, I still can't wear it. So that was the thing. I said, you know what? I didn't do it. I didn't lose those 15, now 16 pounds that I needed to lose. And that's something I'm changing. Like I said, told my husband to bring up the walking pad, hadn't gotten on it. Well, guess what? I'm starting. I'm getting up in the morning. I'm going to start my working out. I'm going to start making better choices, eating better, getting back on what I was doing when I had my weight loss surgery. And I know the things that I need to do. It's not like I don't know. So my health, all of that, my finances, my platforms, all of those things are things that I am going to be focused on. So you got to find something to focus on. You can't tune out the noise, because you have to listen, because things that are happening in the world do affect us all. And maybe not everything affects you, but some things may affect you. So you can't necessarily turn out the noise of what's going on, but you are going to have something to say, okay, I'm listening, but I'm also focused on what I need to be focused on for me, things that I can control. Okay. So I'm focused on my platforms and things that I need to do to move forward with becoming not a full-time content creator yet, because, I'm too far in the game. I'm 4 years out from when I want to retire. Um, so I'm not going to, even if stuff starts jumping out, people say that, but it have to be a major jump off for me to go ahead and, because I will have 30 years in, but I still got some things I need to take care of, all being honest. And so I have a 4-year plan. But I mean, of course, if things jump off and I get monetized, but in the monetized, the checks look good every month, then I may be able to go ahead and say, okay, I'm eligible. I'm going to go ahead and exit. But until that happens, I'm focused on what I need to do on my platforms. I'm focused on what I need to do about my finances, what I'm going to do to better my finances. Like I said, taking the master class and learning about everything I want to learn about as far as the stock market. I'm focused on better health. Hence, I'm going to be working out. I'm going to be meal prepping. I'm going to make better choices. I'm going to try to eat better. Also, sleeping. I know I told some in one of my vlogs as well about me having insomnia lately, and working on that. And I know a lot of times it's because I need to turn the television off. I need to stop scrolling on social media. I need to just, and I think I did really good last week, especially now, especially since I'm now babysitting, trying to make them get into a sleep time routine, is also helping me, that even if I'm not sleep, everything is off, I do see myself finally going to sleep a lot earlier. Because there used to be times when my husband would get up for work and I'm still awake. And he gets up for work at 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm still awake. And that's not a good thing, because I have to be at work at 8:30 in the morning and I'm still awake at 3 something in the morning. So I noticed lately, when he kisses me goodbye in the morning, oh my God, I was actually asleep. So that means I'm doing better. Pray for me. I'm doing better. Me trying to make sure that my grandbabies are going to sleep at a good time is helping me to get in a habit of getting things done, so that I can lay down and I can turn everything off. And whether I'm asleep or not, I feel like I've turned everything out, and my mind can try to rest. I know I be thinking about stuff, but obviously it is working, because I am, like I said, finding myself asleep when he gets up from work. So that's moving in a positive direction. Okay. So yeah, that's kind of like what I wanted to just get on here and just talk about some things I got going on, what I'm doing, trying to tell you guys to be encouraged. I know it's hard. I don't have all the answers. I wish I did. God knows I wish I did. That if I could help everybody in this country that's suffering, I would. But what I can do is my part as a person that has faith is pray every day, every night for every human being. Whether I agree with you or not, whether you like me or not, I still pray for everybody. I pray for this country in a whole. I pray for other countries that are suffering. Um, we definitely are not, I don't worry about bombs going off or bomb blowing up my house. I don't worry about people walking around with machine guns. I not saying that it couldn't happen, but that's not something we in America we don't think about. I thank God for our military who stand watch so that I can sleep at night, so that I can carry on my day without thoughts of such things. Could it happen? Of course it could happen. I mean, just like we have missiles and all that stuff, so do other countries. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Just like there are wars and stuff going on everywhere, it could happen here. We are not immune to anything. But I thank God that that is not what's happening. We are fighting a different kind of war over here, unfortunately. But I thank God for our men and women who serve bravely for us, who, which means reminds me of that movie, A Few Good Men. I love that movie. And I love it that they stand watch so that I can enjoy my day, my nights. I can sleep through the night. I can walk around for the most part free. You can deep dive and you can say one thing and it could really lead to something else. But I really want to just keep it here without getting into politics and all that other stuff. But for the most part, I just want to thank our men and women in our armed forces. I really do. I want to. But for those who are suffering, those in California, my heart goes out to you. It really does. I am praying that the insurance companies do the right thing. I am praying. I know, everything you lost, those are memories. We lost memories, your photos, if you had memorabilia, anything. I know it's heart wrenching, but you have your life. And those things, although they are irreplaceable, you're still here. You're still here. And so thank God for that. I'm thanking God that you are here. And for those who did lose their lives, my heart goes out to their family. And I'm so sorry that that happened. I really am. And so thank God for our firefighters and everything, and the men and women who, when we're running away from the gunfire and the fires and everything, they are running in. So I thank God for them, But anyway, I just want to let people know that I pray every day and I pray every night for everybody. Like I said, I don't care if you're black, white, blue, pink, or purple. I don't care if you're a racist, atheist, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't, at the end of the day, you don't answer to me when you leave this life. Whoever you serve, don't serve, whatever. I don't have a heaven or hell to put you in or none of that. But I do believe in treating people with dignity and respect. And I try to live by that. That is how I was raised, to have, to have respect for people. And I'm not going to sit and say, oh, God, please watch over such and such, but not that person. I can't do that. I won't do that. That's just not how I'm built. Okay. But anyway, going on off another thing. Start getting sad thinking about the people in California because it is sad. I can only imagine. I can only imagine. I can only imagine. But with all that being said, I hope I said something that's encouraging. I hope it gives you a little inspiration to figure out what you need to do moving forward. And I don't mean just in this administration. I just mean me moving forward, period. Start thinking about what you need to change in your life to better yourself, regardless of who is on the Hill, who is in the White House, who is doing what, who is your next boss, your manager, your supervisor. Regardless, what do I need to do? Okay, to improve myself, to better myself, to help my family. What is it in my power that I can do Okay. And that is where you have to start. Get you a journal, start writing down things, start thinking about what is amiss in your life and what are some options that you can do to fix some of those things. Okay? You have to really and it helps to me sometimes to write it down. You have your phone, sometimes just sit down and just talk to the camera and then play it back. And sometimes when you are talking and then you play it back, I know I've learned that too, just from being on this platform, being on a platform. When I'm editing and I'll like, why did I say that? You know what I'm saying? And so I delete it. And then it gives me pause to start thinking about, like, what was your mindset? What made you think that that was even okay? Like, um so sometimes you could just do that. Just sit down and just say, these are my thoughts for today, and just talk to your camera and then play it back and listen to the things that you're talking about and say, okay, hold up, pause. Why do I feel that way about that person or that thing? Or why are all my credit cards maxed out? Why do I not have a rapport with my brother, my sister, my mother, my father? Is it a legitimate reason? Have you tried to have a rapport with them? Why is this? Why do I hate my job so much? Can I do something different to get a better job? Or is it something at my job that I can help to fix to make my job doable or more comfortable? You see what I'm saying? Where I'm going with that? Let's try to figure out solutions to our personal problems and not just wallow in our problems. Okay? Um, I hope that something I said was encouraging. I hope I said something that gives you something to think about. And, we're going to come on here randomly and just talk about, things that's going on and things that I've been thinking about. And I also want to keep y'all up to date on how I'm going with my learning about stocks and all that, and how I'm going on my journey of better health. Because that, when I don't want to say losing weight, because that is all encompassed. If you start doing the work, it's going to come. The weight loss is going to come. So how I'm doing with that. How am I doing with shopping? Because I'm always going to be honest. Because before I get out of here, I'm going to put it up here, her name, because I want to say thank you for calling me out, because I had bought a skirt. And the lady, one of my subscribers, said, now I thought we were shopping our closet, that we weren't supposed to be shopping. That wasn't quite her words, but basically, and I was like, you know what, you're so right. I had no business buying that gray skirt. I saw it, I liked it, I wanted it, I bought it. But I wasn't supposed to be buying that. I wasn't. I'm supposed to be wearing everything in my closet and not adding to it. So shout out to her for calling me out on that. Shout out to her, because Kammy is real. Kammy's going to keep it real. And when I'm doing something that you don't agree with, like I said, I'm not deleting comments, because I like to read them. And if I'm call me out on something, and I'm glad she did. And I said, you know what? You right. And I told her, you're right. I had no business buying that skirt. But anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful week. Hopefully I can pop on here again one day this week. But with all that being said and everything I said, Kammy loves you. I am so sincere when I say, be encouraged. Be encouraged. Be encouraged. Okay? I can't say it enough. Be encouraged. And like I said, I hope you take away something that I said in this video that will help you moving forward. Just moving forward, period. Okay? And we're going to get on here. I hope I get some comments. I hope we get some thoughts about anything else you might want me to talk about. And maybe just some things that you think that would help me. Because hey, I'm never too old to learn. I'm 56, but I am never too old to learn. So yeah, let's be about it in 2025. Let's control what we can control, not focus on things we cannot. Don't tune it out, because people say tune it. Don't tune it out, because some things you may need to hear, but also focus so we can come up with a plan for our lives. Okay, so Kammy loves you. Please, if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing to my channel. Share my channel, comment, definitely leave a comment. Let's be engaging. I'm going to try my best to do my part in 2025, but I also need you guys to do your part, or continue to do your part, because you've been doing yours. I need to do mine. So anyway, like, comment, share, Subscribe if you're not subscribed. And until the next one, Kammy loves you. All right? Mwah.